Picture this. You're just sitting at a traffic light, right? Minding your own business, maybe humming along to the radio, waiting for green. And then, bam, you hear screeching tires and feel this massive, violent jolt from behind. Literally in a fraction of a second, your totally normal day is thrown into complete chaos. It's absolutely terrifying, but, it happens thousands of days a day. Welcome to this explainer. Today we're breaking down a comprehensive step-by-step survival guide for navigating the aftermath of a car crash, using insights straight from personal injury legal experts. Let's be real for a second. If you got hit by another car right now, like this very minute, would you know exactly what to do? Most well-meaning folks make huge mistakes right after a crash simply because, they're in shock. They kind of assume they know the drill, but honestly, one wrong move can totally jeopardize your physical recovery and cost you thousands in compensation. Are you really prepared to protect your health and your rights? Okay, let's dive into this. We're going to turn a pretty messy situation into a really simple protocol by covering 1. The immediate aftermath, 2. Documenting the scene, 3. Seeking medical attention, 4. Navigating the insurance maze, 5. Common mistakes to avoid, and 6. Protecting your legal rights.
Starting with part 1. The immediate aftermath, dealing with the shock of impact.
Okay, the moment your car comes to a stop, your brain is just swimming in a massive adrenaline spike. Your immediate 1, 2, 3 actions are absolutely crucial here. Step 1, safety first. If your car is drivable, get it out of traffic so you don't cause a pileup and hit those hazard lights. Step 2, call 911. Never, ever skip this. In places like Florida, for example, you're literally required by law to report any accident with an injury or property damage over $500. You need that objective police report. And step 3, obviously, check for injuries. But remember, don't move anyone with a potential spinal injury unless there's an immediate threat, like a fire.
Moving right along to section 2, documenting the scene and gathering evidence.
Now, before those tow trucks arrive and clear everything away, your smartphone camera is your absolute best friend. You want clear photos of all the vehicle damage from a bunch of different angles. Get the street signs, the weather, and where the cars ended up. And this brilliantly illustrates a perfect contrast from our sources. A guy named David got rear-ended, quickly swapped info, and drove off without taking a single picture. Naturally, it turned into a huge he-said-she-said mess that stalled his claim for ages. But then you have Sarah. She got hit in an intersection, took photos of the skid marks and the traffic light sequence, and boom, proved definitively that the other guy ran a red light. Photos just don't lie.
Right, so you also have to exchange very specific info. We're talking full names, driver's licenses, insurance policies, plus the car's make, model, year, and VIN. Oh, and witnesses, do not forget their contact info. A massive pro tip here. Please do not rely on a scribbled note on some random receipt that you're just going to misread or lose anyway. With their permission, just snap a quick photo of their license and insurance card. It's so much easier. Section 3. Seeking medical attention. The hidden danger. Listen, this is non-negotiable. Accept the paramedic evaluation at the scene. Every single time. After a crash, your body is just flooded with natural adrenaline and endorphins, right? Nature designed these chemicals to keep you going, but they can dangerously mask some really serious hidden injuries. Things like severe whiplash, a concussion, or internal trauma. They might not even show up for hours or even days. Let the pros check you out.
Getting checked out also ties directly into your insurance benefits. If you're in a no-fault state like Florida, you've got to know about PIP, Personal Injury Protection. It's basically a system that pays for your medical bills and lost wages, totally regardless of who actually caused the wreck. In Florida, PIP usually covers 80% of medical expenses and 60% of lost wages. It's a literal financial safety net.
But here's the catch. This builds into a super strict legal timeline. You really need to hit up an ER or urgent care within 24 to 48 hours to get everything documented. Then there's the 14-day rule. In Florida, if you don't seek treatment within 14 days of the accident, you completely forfeit your PIP benefits. Gone. And finally, the ultimate clock, the statute of limitations to file a claim, which is usually 2 years in states like Florida. To put that into perspective, time is literally not on your side. Part 4. Navigating the insurance maze. The insurance trap. So the dust settles, you've seen a doctor, and cue the ringing phone. The at-fault driver's insurance company is going to call you, probably within hours. And they'll sound incredibly helpful, just asking for a recorded statement to, get your side of the story. Now, as humans, our natural instinct is to just be polite and explain what happened. But the smart legal strategy, stay quiet and consult an attorney first. Why?
Because you're stressed. The accident can completely distort your memory, and anything you say while you're still confused or in shock can be locked in and used to devalue your claim later on. The source material drops this really blunt but essential quote. Remember that their goal is to pay as little or nothing on a claim as possible, and they'll use anything you say against you. You absolutely have to watch out for those early settlement offers. They pop up within days of the crash, right? They're totally designed to trap victims into signing away their rights before they even realize they might need months of physical therapy or future surgeries. Section 5, Common Mistakes to Avoid. What not to do.
First off, keep your phone in your pocket when it comes to social media. Avoid posting anything about your accident, your injuries, or even your recovery online. I mean, think about it. A perfectly innocent photo of you smiling at a family dinner a week later, the insurance company will absolutely take that out of context and say, see, they aren't in that much pain. Seriously, keep your profiles totally quiet until your claim is resolved.
Secondly, never ever apologize or admit fault at the scene. Look, I get it. If you're a polite person, saying I'm so sorry is almost a reflex. But legally, admitting fault, even if you kind of think you contributed to it, is a massive mistake. You do not have all the facts yet. Leave the fault finding to the police reconstruction, the evidence, and the courts. And finally, Section 6, Protecting Your Legal Rights, the legal clock.
So the crucial point is you have got to follow your doctor's recommendations exactly. Go to every follow-up, do the physical therapy, take your meds, and hoard every single piece of paperwork. If you skip appointments, you create these gaps in your medical treatment, and oh boy, insurance companies love those gaps. They'll use them as ammunition to argue your injuries clearly weren't that serious.
At some point, you got to ask yourself if you need professional help. Why hire a personal injury lawyer? Just look at the heavy lifting they take off your shoulders. They navigate all the complex state laws, they handle the evidence gathering, and they manage those super aggressive insurance negotiations so you don't have to. Plus, they make sure all your future medical costs are calculated, not just today's bills, and the research totally backs this up. Plaintiffs with lawyers settle faster and generally get significantly higher payouts. Now, what's really interesting about this side is you simply cannot wait. Evidence vanishes so incredibly fast. You might think you have months to decide, but actually, scratch that. Critical stuff like security camera footage from a nearby business, it's usually wiped permanently after just 30 to 90 days. Witnesses forget details. Weather literally washes away skid marks. Every single day you wait, your case potentially gets weaker. Which leaves us with one final thought. Obviously, we all hope we never need to use any of this information. But the statistics tell us it's a real possibility for any driver out there. So, I have to ask you, are you leaving your physical and financial future up to chance? Or are you completely prepared to protect your rights the very next time you get behind the wheel? Keep these steps in mind, stay safe out on the roads, and thanks for joining me for this explainer.